Hi there, it's Patrea O'Donoghue, psychologist. How are you? Resilience and health are a little bit like insurance. Would you think that? When you really need it, you better have it in place because it's sometimes too late to get insurance. If you want to need to make a claim, you've got to have the insurance in place first. A little bit like that. When you most need good health is probably when you're sick. So you need to have that foundation of health, that foundation of resilience in place before you really need it. There's a quote that I love. I will attribute it to a lovely client of mine who told me about this quote. And it's, when a person is drowning, isn't the time to teach them to swim. This was by a child psychologist, Haim Ginot. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but there you go. And it's a little bit like the insurance and health and resilience is when you most need those qualities, you've got to have it in place before. A little bit like swimming. If you find yourself out of your depth in water, you better be able to swim because drowning is going to be pretty tricky and painful. So when we need to have those things in place, it's way easier to put those things in place before you need them. So to have a great foundation of good health to see you through the tough times. It's like having a deposit account in your bank account. It's like you've got to have the cushioning of the surplus there so that you can withdraw in times of need. The same applies for our resilience and our health. By having good health, by having good emotional resilience, psychological resilience, we're able to then draw on those qualities or on the healthy side of a bank account of resilience and health, so that when we're unwell, when we're in a tough time, we've got something to draw on. But if you're already in negative by living constantly like that, i.e. you don't have insurance, you don't have good health, you don't have great resilience, when you really need it, that's when you're going to really wish you did have it. So in any moment when a person is, whether they're drowning in whatever it is, if you're with that person or if it's yourself, what you need in that moment is a bit of compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for the other person. They might need a bit of empathy. They might even need a bit of forgiveness in that moment for whatever reason they found themselves in that situation. But in the moment when they are drowning psychologically or physically, now in that moment is not the time to lecture them. It's not the time to judge them. Those lessons learned can come at a later point in time. But right now, or in that moment, they need your support. So, wishing you all the best as you build up your resilience, build up your health, take steps to put yourself in the best position possible so that when those tough times come, and I believe while we're all breathing, tough times are still possibly going to happen, so that when those tough times come, that you have a reservoir of a reserve to draw upon, and that you're not going to be drowning. So wishing you all the best, and till next time, good night.